What's up everyone, welcome to another video. I just got back from camp. I want to put this video out a little bit earlier, but I wasn't able to, so I'm going to do that now. Also, I want to thank you for 1,000 subscribers. That happened while I was at camp, so I didn't know until I got back, and that's pretty cool. Also, a couple people have asked me about my setup, and this is pretty much it. It's trunk, piece of paper, and then I can lay the supplies on there, and have like a little tripod on my bed, and then a light. That's basically it. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers, and I'll have my 1,000 subscriber special video coming out. So this video is going to just demonstrate or to give you some ideas for some summer camp pranks. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate all of them because a lot of these will happen in the dark, and sometimes you can't even see the result. So I can't get footage for all of these. Okay, so let's just start from this end and go down. Now the first item will be glitter. Now, not this particular kind, I just got these for an example. But I'm talking about the kind that comes in like a circular container, and if you dump it, it just pours out glitter everywhere. Now, glitter makes a huge mess, and it sticks to stuff. It doesn't even have to be sticky kind. It's just the little flakes can like stick onto something, and it's really hard to pull off. And those things can make a huge mess, and you can think of like all kinds of different places to put them. Like you can put them on top of something so they'll easily fall if they move, if it gets moved, and they'll have to clean up a huge mess. So glitter is definitely a messy one. Now I wouldn't always recommend using that. Next we got zip ties. There are so many possibilities with these. You can zip tie someone's shoes together, you can zip tie their hand to their bunk bed, something like that. One of the ones I've used before is if you're like camping in tents, you can zip tie the two zippers on the outside of their tent together, and they cannot get out unless someone from the outside cuts the zip ties. That one's mean, but I was right there, so I was able to cut it off pretty quickly. Alright, the next one is food coloring. This one, you simply just put it on someone's toothbrush or inside their toothpaste, and they brush their teeth with it, and their teeth get all green, or whatever color you choose. Next is Icyhot. There's several different types of cream that basically do the same thing. For this one, you want to put it on the toilet seat, because when they sit down, it'll feel all slimy, and since this stuff is white, they won't be able to see it against the toilet seat. And if it's dark, it works even better, because there's a much less likely chance that they'll see it. Also, Icyhot, it takes time to get it going, so like they won't start to feel it until it's been about like 5 minutes, and then it'll really start burning. Next we have poppets or firecrackers. Basically, you just throw these down, and it'll make a popping sound, and it can scare people. Firecrackers are louder, but I guess they're technically more dangerous. Like those will hurt, but you can pop these in your fingers, and you don't feel anything really. All right, these next two can be really smelly. Peppermint essential oils. It doesn't necessarily smell bad, but if you just pour this on something, the smell is so strong it can make people evacuate a cabin. That happened 2 years ago at one of the camps. This person, I don't think it was an accident, but there was a spilled peppermint essential oil in the cabin, and it was so strong. The other thing is liquid. I'm not gonna say it. Just keep my channel PG. But this stuff just smells like butt. I'll link where you can get this down in the description, but it works so well. I've had a lot of fun with this thing, so I definitely recommend that. Next is super glue. Just like the zip ties and glitter, there's a lot of possibilities with this. Like you can zip tie like a quarter to the ground. There's just so many things you can do with super glue. You can probably think of several yourself. Also, in the description, I'll have all these ideas. Okay, next is shaving cream. Now, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, but there's a specific way to use this that it just makes a huge mess. Okay, so I'm just going to describe this, and then I'll put up a video on the screen of how this works. So basically, you're going to take the cap off, and then it'll be this thing right here. You're going to stick a nail in it, and then you're going to push this down, and since the nail's in there, nothing's going to come out. But when you have the nail in there, you're going to push this thing down and super glue it down. So that way, once the nail comes out, it's just going to shoot out everywhere. So, after it's super glued, you're going to put the cap back on, and that'll keep it from moving. So then, when anyone opens the cap, it'll just shoot out everywhere. And this is such a messy one. I'll put up the video now. Yeah, so that's it for this prank idea video. Remember, in the description, you can buy some of this stuff, and I'll have a list of all this stuff and some ideas for pranks. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the 1,000 subscriber special.